Yeah. What would you say has been your most memorable experience growing up? Like,
Growing up?
yeah,
Mm,
because
like related to games or just in general?
related to games, because we're both. We'll talk about this a little bit later as well. We're both in that kind of age group where there were generations that came before us that were like into nerdy things, and they weren't. Yeah, were kind of ostracized more in society than my own upbringing was like. Growing up, being a nerd, being a gamer, it was still, I grew up in Boston, like in the hood. It was still unexpected in a way, but it was much more common then than it was generations before that. So what was that like for you?
I think that's a really good way of putting it. Like it started to become an acceptable hobby as we were growing up, and as consoles became more mainstream and all of those things. And for me, I actually remember this is wait. You say you're from Boston and like, so are you like an NFL fan or no? Because my story relates to NFL.
Yes and no. I love to watch it as a social thing to do with people, but like at the end of the day, I don't really care who wins or loses as long as it's fun.
Same with me. And when I was 16, I entered a football pool with my dad to, just do weekly picks, like who's going to win what game or whatever. Yeah. And I won the pool. Ooh. Hilariously. Like I was first place and I got a check for $2,000 at the age of 16. What? And I went to Blockbuster, which I'm sure you remember, and I bought an Xbox 360 and a TV at the Best Buy nearby so I could play Halo 3. And that was my first gaming memory, was buying my own console, it being mine, and playing Halo 3 with my best friends until I was like, okay, this is my life now. And that's basically my biggest gaming memory.
That is dope. I love it.
But that's how I would spend several hours of my day, was just like trying to get this Warthog in sync as we're playing a campaign together, co-op campaign. Oh, what a good, that's such a good game.
Yeah, I remember trying to keep all the Marines alive. That kept me in a chain for a while.
Oh, how?
Yeah. Travis says that Reb just revealed earlier today that when she was 16, she bought an Xbox and Halo with $2,000 that she won from gambling. That's a turn. It was on that early.
Wow, damn. That's incredible.
That's a good $2,000 when you're 16. Oh, I think I would have done the same thing.
Honestly, that's a lot of money for a 16-year-old. Yeah. That seems like a reasonable purchase.
I would have bought a brand new television. Was it for Halo? Was it Halo 3? Plasmas were a thing. I think that was a cool TV. Plasma TV sounded very futuristic.